Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're back in Punta Prima and it's been a long time since we were here. Apologies for not setting out a video in the last few days, but we were away looking for a lost dog up around the San Miguel area. He got away from his owner up by Villa Martin, but thankfully he was eventually found in San Miguel. He actually went down a drain and then his owner came along and beckoned him out on the opposite side of the drain. So it was a bit emotional all around for everybody. He had been missing for about 3 days at that stage and he needed medication for his heart as well. So it was a good ending to that story anyway. But welcome to Punta Prima. And in this video we're going to take a walk starting here at Punta Prima Beach, up along towards El Capitan. Then we're going to show you the commercial centre on the opposite side of the road and the shops and bars around that area, and then come back down towards Nautilus and then back along the seafront as well. And you can see I have the Iceman with me today. Unfortunately he won't be walking too far today because he has arthritis in his upper left shoulder, so a little bit immobile as it were. Enjoy the video. Just right beside us here at the start of the beach, there's this car park here. And it does be swarmed with motorhomes and camper vans at certain months of the year as well. Probably the cooler months. It does tend to get a little bit warm down around this region for motorhomes and campers to be out. But there's only one there at the moment. But if you're into motorhoming life, it's not a bad place to park up really, is it? So I suppose just to show you your bearings a little bit, if you haven't been to Punta Prima before, or if you have, it's going to probably refresh your memory. But right behind us you have the beach and Punta Prima restaurant, and then heading along this way, along this wasteland, beautiful walking area by the way, and perfect for mountain bikes if you're into mountain biking as well. And over here you can see far in the distance there, the hotel, and on the opposite side of that is Lasagna Beach. So this is a bit of wasteland, probably around 800 meters in length. It goes past the Nature's Beach, right onto the Doggy Beach, and then right onto the two beaches of Playa Flamenca. Look how clear the waters are this morning. Absolutely beautiful. And then, as I said, looking right back towards Punta Prima and those new apartments being built over there, right beside the old military compound. So if you're ever wondering where El Capitan was, you're just basically following that tower. Once you see that, you know that's exactly where it is. And I, for some reason, thought that was a water tower of some sort back in the day, but I've been assured by the person who looks after this place, it was never used as a water tower at all. But this place does be very busy, guys. A lot of entertainment on here. You see there, one of my favourite bands around, Astrosonic, play every Sunday from 2 o'clock till 5 in the afternoon. Free entry. You can't go wrong with that. I haven't been there to see them, but I've recorded them a few times up in the Emerald Isle. But it's right on the edge of the main road here, and in order to get down to it, you'll have to take this slip road here and take a right in about 200 meters time, and then come around the back of El Capitan in order to get in. But as I said, it's a very busy spot. It is a sports complex as well. It has tennis, paddle tennis, football. I think there's a mini golf course in there as well, although it doesn't look like it's used too much at all. But yeah, a very busy spot. And a nice place to stop and have a couple of scoopies. You can see the shops just on the opposite side of the road there as well. A few restaurants as well. And then unfortunately El Nacional closed a couple of years ago. I don't know whether it was as a result of COVID. It's terrible to see a building like that close at this stage. We're coming to older restaurant area now, and the first one you come to is Giacomo. It's an Italian restaurant. And I wouldn't say it's too upmarket, but it's a very, very busy spot. Suella's bar right beside it, and then Venice, another Italian pizza place, followed by White Star. I don't know how many of these are open at the moment. I don't really frequent this area myself, but we'll come back along the rest of them now in a few moments' time, because we want to go across that footbridge there over to the opposite side and then bring you over to Punta Marina shopping centre. The downside of taking this footbridge across to the opposite side of the road is the complete narrowness of it. You will meet a lot of walkers on it. You'll even meet cyclists and scooters. And it can be a little bit awkward getting past people at time as well.
Yeah, think about, the options and stuff.
Now I know we see people at the roundabouts taking chances trying to jump across the traffic. But for the sake of an extra 100 meters or so, this is by all means your safest option. As inconvenient as it may be, at least you're getting to the opposite side, knowing that you're going to be an awful lot safer than you were to tackle that traffic there. But we're coming right up to the roundabout here at Punta Prima. You take the right hand side there, just at the hotel, you go all the way down to Northwest Restaurant, where we will go in a few moments time as well, after we come right back across the bridge the same way we've just come. But this is a bloody nightmare of a roundabout. And if you've tackled the roundabouts in Spain, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. I won't get into the politics or the rules of roundabouts out here because nobody understands them. There's these other scooters on show as well. You see that Vamoose there now? That's a new one that's after coming on board as well in the last few weeks. And I would presume it works similar to all the other ones there that are left on the side of the road with regard to 90 cent or 80 cent or something like that to charge them up or to start them up, and then 20 cent a minute after that. Another popular Chinese restaurant there on the left hand side, Asia Kitchen. Using similar graphics to Asia Fusion down by Cabaret as well, and I'm not too sure if they are the same people. But I've never been to any of these restaurants, guys, so apologies about that if my knowledge isn't great on them. But I do notice as well at certain times during the day these places are very busy, and bear in mind it's only 25 past 11 at the moment, so there's nobody around really. A few people having an old drink there in the Irish Bridge, Irish pub. Yeah, so that's the end of the restaurants on this side of the road. That garage was newly built there in the last 5 or 6 months as well. Just after it opened, it closed down again for a couple of weeks because there was a problem with those bars that are holding up the roof. So it wouldn't be a good idea to be parked underneath that if there was a problem with it. But yeah, just over here now you have Punta Marina Commercial Centre. And if you're up around this area, this place has everything that you want in order to sustain life out here. It has a big Consum. It has a Millar, which is an electrical shop. Electrical appliances and stuff like that as well. There are a few bars upstairs and so on. It has a pharmacia. You see those little bars and cafes on the top terrace there. And it has a lovely, if you're into getting your nails done or anything like that, it has a place in there called Ooh La La, which have fantastic nail technicians in there. It has a Samaritan shop in there as well. And a veterinary clinic right at the back there. Another English shop here called the Card Place. And then right next to it here, you have the JYSK Jisk shop, selling your outdoor furniture and indoor furniture. And at the very end there, you can see McDonald's. And this is the roundabout from the opposite side, as if you're coming from Torrevieja, you come right up here. Not as mad busy as it was on the opposite side there, as we're coming from the Lasagna side a few moments ago. But most of the time the cars don't even stop as they come up to this roundabout. Maybe I'll do a video someday on roundabouts in Spain, just to show you the mayhem that happens at them. All right, we're going to go back up here to this zebra crossing, head back over the footbridge that we came across and go to the opposite side once again where we started from. And unfortunately at this time of year the sun hasn't really made its way over to this side of the cafes and bars. But it will in probably about an hour's time, and people will start coming out a little bit more to flock this area, and it will get a little bit more busy because it will have the sun, because in the shade it can be a little bit cool, as you'll appreciate this time of year, even though it's 24 degrees at the moment. Bar Eclipse there is a popular enough spot as well with locals, and right beside it you have Marco Polo, and then this new business that opened up right beside it, Gazprom, right beside Asian Food Restaurant. And once again, this brings us right up to the roundabout here at Punta Prima. Home and garden on the opposite side. and the hotel just beside that again. So we're going to take a right down here, and as I said before, this right turn will bring us right down to Nautilus Restaurant. And as you come down along the road towards the Nautilus Restaurant, you see that restaurant there across the road, Bar Ola's Brasseria. It's up for sale. And just at the end of this road here, you come to this kind of like a T-junction where the right turn will bring you past those new apartment blocks right up back towards Punta Prima Restaurant. And then to the left here is Nautilus. So we may as well show you Nautilus anyway. We'll show you from the outside. We're definitely not going in. But it's always a busy spot. Look at those views, guys, over the sea. And once again, all the way from Cabaret down to here, pretty much of it is a natural walkway. You can guarantee that people will come down here to Nautilus every day just to get those views. And it's pretty much in the sunshine all the time as well. And something you don't always see from the front terraces as well is this beautiful back terrace here. And you can only imagine how busy this place would be on a summer's day, looking out over the Mediterranean as far as the eyes can see. What a beautiful area, what a beautiful spot. If you do venture past the Nautilus Restaurant there to the left-hand side and you come all the way down a little bit more, there is a bit of a dead end, but you also have this car park here. And then you're right on that walkway of the dead land again, which is probably a little bit longer than the one on the opposite side that leads back towards Playa Flamenca. And this one here leads all the way over to Mar Azul, which is at the start of Torrevieja that you can see in the distance there. So this is the area known as a dog beach, probably about 150 metres away from Nautilus Restaurant. It's more of a rocky area than a beach, but it is a place officially open up for dogs to come down and play around. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to make our way back towards Punta Prima Restaurant. Maybe have 2 scoopies when we get there. Enjoy. So just over halfway of the walk from Nautilus back towards Punta Prima Restaurant, you come to this, I suppose. Now you can see more apartments being built there in the background. Bird's eye view of the whole area. You see this old military base here as well. I think before the military had it, it was occupied by the local guard. Yeah, we're looking right back now over towards Punta Prima Beach. And that's where this video will end. So as you come off that last block of apartments there right behind us, you can take a left turn that'll bring you all the way down towards the beach, or you can take this walkway here right along the top, which at certain stages you will have access down to the beach as well, but this will bring you right towards Punta Prima Restaurant. Once again, a gorgeous area as well. You can only see the views there and how clear the water is. And right there on the right hand side you can see the glamour that is Punta Prima Restaurant. I'm very surprised to see nobody outside at this hour of the day. However, maybe most of them are all down on the beach. You can even see a couple of brave souls getting into the water there at the moment, and I believe the temperature of the water is 17 or 18 degrees, which is not too bad. However, not for me. It's busy enough there now for the 3rd of April as well. So guys, okay guys, that's our trip around Punta Prima finished with. Really hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't be afraid to leave a comment. Until the next time, see you out and about.